Hey, so I'm Miguel. I have been on Remeron for about, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks now. Um, I've taken some antidepressants before, like anti-anxiety antidepressants. Um, Not necessarily because I'm depressed, but because I have this like overwhelming like anxiety all the time and kind of got tired of dealing with it, so I decided that I should go like seek help. So I saw a psychiatrist, and she's like, hey, I think you should try this medication called Remeron. It is Jesus it's kind of like a tricyclic antidepressant, but it's not necessarily in that class of medication. But she said, "Hey, this stuff is really like powerful. Take it at nighttime because it'll make you really sleepy. Um, Kind of like I don't know if you ever taken Benadryl, but it knocks you out like completely like that. Like I know, I know one Benadryl for me like knocks me out like completely. Two, and I'm done for like down for the count. But anyway, so Remeron, Mirtazapine is kind of like that. So definitely take it like right before you go to bed because you will get knocked the fuck out. Um, and day one was the worst by far. The first night I took it, I took it like around 9 or whatever. It knocked me out like a bulldozer, and not only that, I felt it all the way until the next day, like like noon, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. And I work at a hospital at a really high tempo clinic, and I was like making like patient phone calls, like kind of falling asleep, dozing off, and then I would catch myself and wake up, and so that was horrid. That in itself was enough to make me like stop taking it, but I didn't want to give up right away, so I continued with it, and then the next evening, I took it again, and then I woke up the next morning like around 6:30 again, and I felt a little drowsy. But with this medication, I find that the longer you take it, the less sedating it is. Like your body gets used to it or something. I'm not really sure. And I've read online that at the higher doses, the drowsiness isn't really as pronounced. But like I said, if you're gonna take this medication, expect the first, especially the first day, that you're gonna be knocked the fuck out like a bulldozer. That's how this med is. But I've been on the meds, like I said, for like 3 or 4 weeks, um, and I definitely feel diminished levels of anxiety because it was getting pretty bad. It's something that I've dealt with all my life, just overwhelming anxiety, like fear of talking to new people because like my heart would start racing and I would like have trouble breathing, and it kind of got in the way of me making new friends. So I would drown myself in studies and in books, and just like I was doing the whole pre med curriculum, and I work at this really high tempo like surgery clinic, and I have a boyfriend, and I'm in the military, so my life is pretty crazy and it's really busy, and so but I definitely have this like kind of like social anxiety kind of problem, and it got more pronounced after I finished all my like med school like prereqs, and I got accepted to med school, and then I had all this free time on my hands. So whenever people would ask me like, "Hey, let's go out to dinner or a movie or whatever," like I really couldn't be like, "Oh, hey, no, I have an organic chem final, or I have to study for this and this and this," and then the anxiety started getting worse because now I have free time with which I can do stuff, and I couldn't the anxiety was getting so bad, and I had nothing to blame it on because I was in school like that much anymore. So anyway, saw a psychiatrist. she prescribed mirtazapine, and so far I've definitely diminished, like decreased levels of anxiety. Just like I would remember having all this anxiety throughout the entire day, like eating at me, and now it's not there anymore, which is great. Because like you shouldn't have to live like that. And I got tired of living like that, so that's why I decided to go see this lady, and she like put me on it, and so far like no weight gain, but I have been running a lot more too, because I've always wanted to uh, like running has always been one of my passions, so I've just been doing a lot more. I don't know if that's why I'm not gaining weight, or just because some people gain weight, some people don't. I don't know, but no weight gain, so fantastic for me, and I can sleep. Anxiety's like diminished. Me and the boyfriend are doing better. Um, just don't mix with alcohol because it like it intensifies the medication. I did it once, like not really realizing that I had taken the medication, but whatever. Let's see. So yeah, I definitely decided to make this video because I know there's not much on mirtazapine, like on YouTube. I know that whenever because it's a new class of medication, since it is relatively new, there's not many like ads on. I mean not ads, videos on YouTube. I know that whenever I got that medication, the first place I went to was YouTube because I want to hear other people's stories and reactions and like if they gained weight or if they were like experiencing like decreased anxiety, and if it was working for them above all. So this is my video. Hopefully, if you if you're on SSRIs, like because I was on Prozac before, but I don't want to deal with like this. I got tired of dealing with like the sexual dysfunctions because you just kind of feel like you're less of a human. And I was in this like catatonic state all the time. Like I felt like a zombie, and that's no way to live. So I don't know, if you are on SSRIs like Prozac or Zoloft or whatever, or Lexapro, and you don't want to deal with sexual side effects, ask your psychiatrist or whatever if you think like mirtazapine, also what the fuck is Remeron would be a good alternative, and because it's been a godsend for me, and I don't know, so maybe it could be a godsend for you too. So that's all I have for now. So I am 4 weeks in, and maybe later on I'll make another video and we'll see how I'm doing. But so far, good. Definitely the medication, 5 stars. Just like I said, it knocks you the fuck out. So don't be don't be scared whenever you start taking it and and the next day you feel really groggy. Like I said, it's the worst at the beginning when you first start taking it, but just like hang in there, and with like over the weeks that will diminish, and or just drink some coffee in the morning or some kind of like diet pill or something, and you'll wake right up. Like it's fine, but just don't the benefits definitely do outweigh the costs. Like if so what, you might be a little bit drowsy in the morning, slam a coffee, at least you'll be like less anxious and less like you'll be just more emotionally stable. Um, so I said green light, try it if you need something to calm down, like help with your depression and anxiety, because it's definitely helped me with both.